Hi everyone! Welcome to Nature Walks with Ruth. I love exploring the outdoors. The same place can look completely different from one day to the next, and I never know what I'm going to find. I notice new things that lead me to ask new questions about the natural world. And some days, I find something extraordinary. As I was on my walk, a huge shape appeared in the sky. It soared past me and landed in a nearby tree. So I went and got my camera to get a better look. This is a bald eagle. It looks a little different from the bald eagle you're probably familiar with, because only the adults of this species have that distinctive white head. Bald eagles are the largest bird of prey in Massachusetts, with a 7-foot-long wingspan. But despite their size, I almost never saw these birds when I was a kid. I was curious why they seem to be more common today, so I did some research. There are a lot of good online resources that you can use to research wildlife. For example, the Cornell Lab has a bird website that I often use. When I search for the bald eagle, I can find photos, videos, and audio recordings of the bird. I can also learn about where bald eagles are found. This species is only found in North America. The purple area is where they live all throughout the year, and you can see that range stretches across the country. But if bald eagles are so widespread, why weren't they a common sight when I was a kid? Well, historically, bald eagles weren't very well liked. People believed that these huge birds of prey were dangerous and didn't want them living nearby. Also, harmful chemicals that were commonly used as pesticides were poisoning these birds. By the time we found out and the pesticide was banned in the United States, the bald eagle population had been listed as endangered in almost every state in the country. Outside of Alaska, there were only about 1,000 bald eagles remaining. But today, bald eagles are a conservation success story. Conservation is work that aims to protect the species and habitats of the world. Bald eagle nests were protected, as well as the habitat that they lived on. We also started breeding programs, where chicks were hatched and raised by people, then released into the wild. There were even chicks being raised at a special nesting site in the Quabbin Reservoir. After a few years of releasing young eagles into the wild, these birds began to make nests and raise chicks of their own. Thanks to the incredible efforts of conservation scientists and wildlife rehabilitators across the nation, the bald eagle population rebounded. This young bird was on the hunt. It had found itself a nice spot in a tree by the coast, with plenty of space to scan for prey. While I was observing the eagle, I saw several other birds interacting with it. The crows that often comb the nearby beach flocked to the tree, calling loudly. They didn't get too close, but they certainly made up for it in volume. I cannot imagine the headache that eagle had. Eventually it flew away from the tree, but this only set off the gulls, who dove at the eagle as it searched for a more peaceful perch. The crows and gulls are both doing something called mobbing, which is exactly what it sounds like. By annoying and overwhelming the eagle, they are attempting to drive it away. It's a cool behavior that many birds use to protect themselves from predators much larger than they are. Now it's time to finish up my journal entry. I like to use a combination of photos, sketches, and writing to describe the animal I found. I already made a sketch of the eagle, so now I need to fill in the written part. I'll start with the date and the name of the animal that I found. Next, I'll write a description. The bald eagle is a large bird of prey with a piercing gaze, hooked beak, a long cape of dark feathers, and bright yellow feet that end in curving talons. This eagle has splotchy brown plumage, with white feathers just barely visible around its head. Its beak is dark, not pure yellow like an adult's, so this bird is a juvenile. My guess is that it's just under 2 years old. Bald eagles hatch in early spring. The white plumage around its head and the hint of yellow in its beak point to it being a bit older. So this is probably its second winter. We'll also add some notes about the bald eagle's behavior. It wasn't very active. It sat high up in a tree and scanned the ground below, using its strong eyesight to locate prey. But the eagle's presence caused quite a stir amongst the resident wildlife. Mobbing crows pressured the eagle to move by gathering nearby in groups and calling loudly, and gulls dove at the eagle when it took flight. And with that, we've finished up our journal entry. A bald eagle is an exciting find, and thanks to conservation efforts, they're becoming a more common sight with each passing year. This young bird still has a long way to go before it's a full adult, but I hope I get to see it return when it's ready to build a nest of its own. Thanks for exploring with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Do you know any cool conservation stories? Stop by the library and tell us about it. Until then, take care and see you next time.